second down, they actually lost about a half a yard. Young rolls right, throws left, complete, up over the 40-yard line to the tight end, David Thomas. Second down and 10. Charles still in the backfield with Young. Oklahoma State brings 4. Young just tucks it and goes. Has some running room close to the first down. It'll be about a half a yard short, probably more than that. Selvin Young now with Vince Young in the backfield. Vince has running room, has a blocker in front of him, crosses the 40, over the 30, into the 20, needs one block, cuts back inside the 10, down to the 6.
Couldn't ask for a better situation if you're Oklahoma State, third and long yardage. The problem is number 10 is at quarterback, and look at him directing traffic. And Selvin Young, number 22, getting out ahead and throwing a key block. He ends up rambling 45 yards.
And it sits at the 20 from the shotgun again. Three-man rush. Young is hit as he throws it. Caught. Touchdown, Texas. David Thomas. David Thomas on the touchdown, Charles. He's got great hands.
Terrific hands, great body control. Going into the Texas Tech game, the Oklahoma State game coming back, Michigan coming back in the fourth quarter, and the number 10 has the ball in the open field. That takes care of a lot of poise and maturity, partner. Vince Young threw an interception, remember? Last series. He also made the tackle on that play. So when Texas comes back out, what do they do the first 2 plays? Obviously, the ball goes in his hands since he's the quarterback. Right now, Vance Bedford's guys can't take many chances on defense, Ron. Show blitz, but get to your assignments.
On third down and 10. Here comes a little bit of pressure. Young steps up. He's got a lot of green in front of him. Puts the ball down. Gets stopped right at the 18-yard line.
This is a terrific tackle by Roderick Johnson, number 2, in open field. Because Vince Young thinks that anytime he's one-on-one in open field, he's going to beat you. Line the Swede's been silent. He's a big target up top.
Young. He's going to tuck it and run it. Tiptoes out of bounds.
You know what his last words were? Here they come, guys. Big on big right at you.
Vince Young leans forward. Uses every bit of that 6'5", 230-pound frame.
And they've overcome some deficits in some of the spots that they need to have, some positives.
Third down and 11. Oklahoma State active on defense. Young gets away. Great pump fake. Gets the first down and then some. Say goodbye to Vince Young. Touchdown, Texas.
See the pump fake there? See Woods, number 8, jumps up in the air to try and bat down a pass. Then he gets a block on the corner on Chase Holland, number 14, from one of his wide receivers. And Secretariat. Gotta be careful, play action if you're the DBs.
There it is. And he looks, and he throws, and he completes up over the 30-yard line to the 33-yard line.
It's what they call a solo set. One back in the backfield, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, a balanced set. So you really have no strength to either side. Vince Young on play action, excellent touch because he throws it over the linebackers and before the secondary.
Pittman to the near side. Oklahoma State brings 4. Young tucks it and runs. He is going to be caught from behind, not before he picks up a couple of yards. Second down and 10. 5:35 to play in the third. Young showing patience, wants to throw back to the left. Now scrambling, has a couple of guys open, throw caught at the 33-yard line by Pittman. Obadiah in the backfield with Vince Young. Young looks, fires it, got the first down, complete to Taylor.
30 yards really picked up here in the third quarter. Vince Young sprint, a big part of it.
Little play action, looking into the flats, got his man inside the 30. Thomas inside the 10 and knocked out of bounds at the 8. Young keeps it and he will score. Touchdown, Texas.
That's the way Vince Young does it with the Texas Longhorns.
And you can see it on that scamper. Vince Young, 230 yards tonight on just 16 rushes. Career high in total yards, a career long and run. Charles in the backfield. Young steps up. Here he comes again. He's got a lot of green in front of him. But he will take the smart route and scamper out at the 44-yard line. He takes to Charles. He'll put it up. Has plenty of time. Into the flat. Caught. Charles inside the 25, down to the 21-yard line.
Then you had Tim Crowder, who's nominated for the Hendricks Award. 4 of the best defensive players in the country on one team.
You got that right. Young looks over the middle. Touchdown! Texas has taken the lead. Neil Tweedy.
It just put the defensive backs in a major stress because you're trying to cover out the whole field. Did you see how wide Ramonce Taylor was, number 11, forcing you to defend the whole width of the field?
That tells you the kind of leader Vince Young is. And they're going for 2. And they've got to. And here he is now going to show us his passing skills. Throws it out on the flat. Pass is complete. Up over the 40, down to the 38-yard line to Thomas again.
He's performing quite well, repressing Jamal Charles.
Absolutely. Coaches love him. They want to give him a little more space running the football. He's a guy that doesn't need a whole lot of space. Got a pretty good arm, too. Down to the 35-yard line, Billy Pittman.
With good patience by Vince Young, moving out of the pocket. And this is, again, showing how he's grown up as a quarterback. And the tough part for Texas now is many people will look at Virginia Tech's big win over Boston College and wonder about my vote at number 2.
On 4th down and 5. Young's pass complete inside the 15 to Thomas again.
Because remember, David Thomas was the go-to guy for Vince Young, leading receiver on the team. Shut out last week, and he's saying, you know, how can you neglect a fine broth of a lad as I? Because we're talking about 2 Oklahoma State teams that went to bowl games prior to this season.
Well, Vince Young still in the ball game, and he's got some running room, scrambling, and he will.
He wanted to just get down inbounds. See right there?
So I think Vince Young has thrown his name back into the Heisman race after tonight.
Oh, without question.
I mean, you rush for what he did, and you 267 yards, and you throw for 239 yards and a couple of touchdowns. I think your name's right back in the picture.